when you're moving from place to place, place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Good morning and welcome back to the morning show here on Tobago Updates television viewers. All right, and we are jumping into conversations this morning as we would be speaking with Mr. Jesse Taylor, Cultural Officer 2, and the Assistant Secretary for the Division of Tourism, Culture, Antiquities and Transportation, Mr. Niall George, as we discuss the Prime Minister's Best Village Trophy competition, a competition that has been around since 1963. Good morning, Mr. Taylor. How are you?
Good morning. Well, good morning to you. And good morning to Tobago, all of Trinidad. Good morning, Assistant Secretary, and all the staff of the division. It's really a good morning, and we are very, very, very happy to be here to talk about Best Village in Tobago.
Right. And the first time being held, the finals being held in Tobago, the significance of this event.
Yeah, so that the fact that the district finals have been held here, Tobago usually would be placed in Trinidad and would have journey from Tobago to go to Trinidad to be at the national platform. And sometimes they say the mountain can go to Mohammed, then the mountain Mohammed goes to the mountain. So we are very happy this morning to celebrate a larger achievement, which is the fact that Tobago will showcase Tobago's culture, its talents, its richness on Tobago's home soil, and it's going to be evident to all the people what we have been able to achieve as a division, as a department, as a Tobago, as an island, how important it is for us to strive to ensure that we become our best self every day, and how we use community and stakeholder embrace to achieve all these things through training, evaluation, and monitoring.
Very good. And you mentioned training because I know that the careers of many of our creatives here in Trinidad and Tobago would have, I guess, even been developed and sprouted out of Best Village.
Naturally,
Yes?
yes, it's a grassroots program, and out of that, you see the community. Because what you would have had is people inheriting through lineage and heritage this strong sense of culture and appreciation for that. I think the fact that the division has spent, and the tourism and the THA as a whole has spent so much of money and emphasis to directing through the various training programs in the community, and those things that we would have been doing in the schools, and how we advocate for the culture and the nucleus is growth is apparent now through the different people who are actually knowledge bearers, who would have ensured by way of teaching and by being available through the groups that we have, what we have today as a good community start that we are happy to showcase.
Right, nice. And so there has been an increase in participation from Tobago
Yes,
in the
certainly.
competition, over the
Yes,
years.
and that in itself kind of was one of the reasons why it ended up being in Tobago. And I'm so happy because we now, whereas we show a shortfall in terms of youth practice, we are now seeing the youth embracing and gravitating towards the actual culture as a way of sustenance, is actually a way of life, and it's morphing into sustainability, and you see more people getting into other avenues, singing of calypso, playing of the mass, and then of course it affords us that platform to practice other things. So we are saying on Saturday the 17th of August at 11 a.m. be at Shore Park, and you will see what Tobago has to showcase before the national community and more so.
Yeah. So how many groups from Tobago did qualify?
So there are 11 entities, and that's a combination. So we have one group in dramology, and that's the Charleville Police Youth Group. And then there are several other groups who have qualified in the other areas. We have the Tobago Alpha, who's in the National Patriotic, and then we have Zante, Unique Performance. We have Rhythmic Vibration, Youth Squeak, and then we have Rhythm Babes, and then we have other individuals from various groups who will be doing national song, calypso, singing, and that kind of stuff, and one steel palintra.
All right, nice. And switching over to the Assistant Secretary. Good morning, Mr. George. How are you?
Good morning, Tobago. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning to everyone looking on. I'm okay, and how are you?
Not being able to hear you clearly there. Able to hear me,
Hello, are you
Secretary?
hearing me now?
Not hearing.
Hello,
All right, not
hello.
being able to hear him. So going to switch back to you, Mr. Taylor. So could you tell me the division, how has the division been able to help to lend that support to the cultural
The
groups and
division has been the largest supporter of
Mhm.
and at that time we do have help from other areas, community development and the division of education, because what we do is very continuous, because culture is a way of life. Culture is who we are as a people, and a lot of money into training, community training, opportunities for groups to be able to practice what they do, to fund what they do, to give assistance in costuming, and like I say, other things is supported by other areas where the group are able to earn. And that's those things are like the cruise ship season. And then we have things like the blue food within the placement, the airport, the seaport. And so it's just all about how we utilize the resources to empower the people, and by empowering the people, what you do is really strengthening the nation and creating other opportunities for the platforms for marketing and for diversification.
right, indeed. Assistant Secretary, is able to hear me? All right, so we continue on with you, Mr. Taylor. All right, all right.
Yeah.
So, but how has the preparation been? Because we are going to be hosting quite a few groups, large groups from
Hectic,
Trinidad, and so we had to show up. We
hectic,
have to make sure that they're
hectic.
comfortable. So, how has the preparation been?
It was a beauty to see and behold. We have on our platforms various groups, various behind the scenes, what we've been done road to Best Village. And so we have been monitoring what they've been doing from finance to now. Indeed, it's a beautiful thing to see so many of the youth directed to something so positive. It's social, but yet it's so embracing, and it shows that tomorrow's future is being prepared for today, and that's important. So the division is always looking for opportunities and supporting initiatives. And so our thanks goes out to all those the policy leaders and the administration and the secretaries and the assistant secretary, who have over the time ensured that there's a platform and that there's opportunity and that there's funding and that there are those things that are necessary to ensure that we sustain what we do. And as you see, 61 years is over 6 decades. That's a long
Yes,
time.
that's a long
And
time.
Tobago has been a great contributor to what has become known as the Prime Minister's Best Village Trophy competition.
Yeah, but switching gears socially a bit, yeah. I mean, over the decades, over our lifetime, our folkloric culture and practices have always had a taboo, attached to it. But what do you think? Do you think that we are able to really hold on to our folkloric practices? Is it being preserved? Is it being passed down generations to generations? Do you think that the taboo is slowly being removed and we are able to
I
express
Yes,
ourselves?
I think certainly, and I think that there's a large appreciation for it. And I heard you spoke about the October Carnival, and I've seen in the few incarnations that people have actually been utilizing the platforms, the folkloric platforms, creating things that are based on our folkloric content and using them as a parallel way to express ourselves in the Carnival. I think that over the years, people have grown accustomed to what was once taboo in our way of life. Because we have more people now going into the universities, studying it with passion and coming out. And the Tobago Performing Arts Company is one of those places that has shown the excellence that we can use and derive from the people who are at residence there doing what they do so well.
Yeah, very good. But I mean, something as large as this and significant on our island. What are some of the benefits you think is going to be for our island?
Well,
I know financially we're gonna get an injection of finances running
yeah,
through the
but
island.
certainly what it does, it sustains the philosophy that Tobago is one of the next best place to be and to
Yes.
return. And in addition, what it does, it creates a huge database and a repository for our island's cultural legacy. And what it does also, like I said, it supports many of the other initiatives. And as you know, we get ready to go into the cruise ship season. So what we now have is a fresh cadre of people, things, and resources, assets. So the tourism asset is strong. It's strengthened only by things like Best Village that is used to further show that Tobago is a place to be in terms of its culture, its legacy, its richness, its community events, the way we continue to use the village, like I always say, to raise a child, and that those things are important.
Very good. All right. Assistant Secretary, hi.
Hi,
Welcome
good
again.
morning.
Indeed, welcome. So, as we continue the conversation, I want to ask you, are you looking forward to seeing the Best Village competition finals being held again here in Tobago? I mean, yes, we have had it at Sapa and Napa,
Yeah.
but Shore Park, we could offer a great product here with the Best Village. So, are you looking forward to seeing the finals here again?
Well, I wouldn't be able to look at it physically because I'm currently in New York with the Tobago Day team, but I'm very happy that it is indeed happening in Tobago. It's historical because it's the first time that it would be held in Tobago, and it's born out of a problem that we have experienced before and have used this format to deal with it. I mean, we would have had the same problems where there are large groups, it's large numbers, large cost to transport them to Trinidad, to accommodate them in Trinidad. So it's much easier to bring the judges to Tobago instead of carrying the groups to Trinidad. It also presents an opportunity for Tobagonians to support their loved ones, to support their groups. So I'm expecting a large turnout at the cultural complex tomorrow and Sunday. We have an opportunity where the groups will be able to perform in a more. It's known that you perform better at home than away. So some of those nerves that would be involved when you're performing in away venues, you won't have that. And you'd have the 12th man, as they would say in sport, cheering you on, so that we are expecting groundbreaking performances. Along with that, it would be an opportunity for even further growth in terms of participation, because a lot of groups would have forgotten about even trying to enter because they know they would not be able to meet the financial obligations. So all around, it's just a grand time, a historic moment, and a great opportunity for Tobagonians and Tobago cultural groups at large.
All right. And how was the collaboration between the division and the ministry as we planned for this great event here on the island? How was the collaboration?
Well, the collaboration has been going smoothly. Mr. Taylor and team have had no problems whatsoever. Well, from the reports that have been given to me.
Right.
And I also want to stress that this idea was one born out of Tobago. I mean,
Indeed.
we look at disappointments and sulk our shoulders, but the disappointments sometimes create opportunities because with the division not being able to financially carry all the groups to Trinidad, we had to re-strategize, we had to think outside the box, and we had to think of ways to keep the cultural groups involved in the competition. And that is where the idea of let's have a conversation about bringing the competition to Tobago, where the Tobago finalists will be judged in Tobago. We would be using the same judges that would be judging in Trinidad to maintain a level platform for the judging. And it would reduce the cost dramatically.
Nice. Well, you know what? Congratulations, Mr. Taylor,
Yeah,
to you
thank
and
you.
your team for having that innovative foresight,
Thank
all
you.
right? But I know that the competition, just give me some information, give the viewers some information, the competition this weekend, and tell them why they need to be there
So you
this
just need
weekend.
to be here because Tobago, I'm sure Tobago is all about family. It's all about all of we. and always one family in Tobago. And so everybody has some part to play in this, whether it be from the educational, the support level, social, community, family, some godchild, some and some grandchild, some outside child. So we would encourage everyone, each and everyone, to be at a place where you can be able to see for yourself. Be there at Show Park Complex from 11 a.m. It's a tight show, it's a competition, so it's designed to be clean, quick, and supreme. So we want to encourage you to come tomorrow at the Saturday the 17th. Be at Show Park, get it early. It's absolutely free and under the courtesy of the division. And we are really happy to present this inaugural, historic, out of the world, awesome opportunity for platforming Tobago's cultural excellence. And we really look forward to seeing you. And then don't be late because we also continue the Tobago Drama Gala on the 18th, 6 p.m. Come and see theater at its best. We are able to harness some of Tobago's best culture and to really refine the way we do things. So we are looking forward to Tobago's representation and do what we do always so well. And like I've been calling it, it's Zante Tobago Zante. Show off Tobago, show off all your best.
I like
and
that.
it's coming to you. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much to you both, gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us here this morning. And Tobago, you heard that you need to be there at the Show Park Cultural Complex this weekend. It is going to be a cultural explosion, and you do not want to miss. You want to come out and support Tobago. All right. So we go for a quick break. Remember to share the live, share the live, share the live.
Put a smile on your face.